Lions TV, full time from the den via Lions TV Towers. It finishes Millwall 2, Birmingham City 0. I'm pleased, but I'm not surprised. I actually predicted a 2-0 win before the match. I'm going to say something the flip side now. People were still moaning during that game. We started very, very well. High intensity, high press. And as a result of that, that's how we got our opening goal. We was in their faces. We was winning second balls. We was tracking them down at every opportunity. In the first 2 minutes, we looked very much up for the calls. And the flick on from Matt Smith goes over their defender's head. He turns, he goes to knock it back to their goalkeeper. I don't know if he doesn't see Jed behind him, but he definitely doesn't get enough on his pass. Jed comes in, who I thought was brilliant all night and worked tirelessly, and toe pokes it past their goalkeeper through his legs as their goalkeeper tries to swipe something on the clearance. After that, I thought we imposed ourselves quite well. Bennett looked full of energy for the amount of time he was on the pitch. We started Matt Smith, and this is a big argument which I can't decide myself. You know, are these players better as impact players? We started Smith, we didn't use him in the right way at all, and as a result, he's quite ineffective in the match. We did stick some long balls in. At one point, he does win a ball, and Jake Cooper tries an overhead kick and laughs it off himself. Then he comes forward for another attack. Jake Cooper goes down, dislocates his shoulder. So best wishes to him. Obviously, it's an old injury that can continue to rear up. If you dislocate your shoulder once, like I have, as you know, it can continue to happen. So all the best to Juicy Jake. Alex Pearce come on. George Evans was moved around. We have got versatility now, and we have got a little bit more strength in depth. We've got a lot of injuries at the minute, piling up in the midfield. But Jake Cooper goes off, and as a result of that, and then a couple of other injuries to their players, twice to their skipper in particular, the game sort of goes flat and dies a death, and it wasn't very entertaining in the first half. But if you're 1-0 up at home and the opposition aren't really hurting you, you haven't got to go hell for leather and try and kill them off. At the start of the second half, we did try and kill them off, and we nearly did. Matt Smith, after some good work from him, he's ball across to, I thought it was from Mason Bennett. Scott Malone pushes Bennett out of the way, gets a great strike on Malone. Again, he was brilliant in everything coming forward for us. Great save from their goalkeeper. Matt Smith follows in, 3 yards out. It's a difficult one because I've seen it 4 times and I still can't decide. From the camera angle at the front, it looks like it's a handball. From the camera angle behind the goal, it looks like it's come off the defender's head. He's risen his hand, yes. It's come at him like a flash. No penalty was given, then you start to think, is it going to be our day? But Bolkowski was really troubled. One save of note where Sean Hutchinson gets turned in the box and he gets a good hand up. He doesn't dive. It's very easy for keepers to go down in that situation. But he stands toward his near post, gets his hand up and saves it. And then after that, Billy Mitchell comes on. Jordan Bavarsson came on. And I thought when Billy Mitchell come on, I thought he brought a little bit more of a calmness and a little bit more of authority to the midfield because the midfield kept getting bypassed and he was collecting a lot of balls, keeping it short, playing 1-2s, bouncing, springing around and keeping the ball well. And then as a result, we started to get more possession. We started to get on the ball more. And it's a brilliant second goal. Marlon Romeo, again, I thought had a great game today, by the way. And I am always abused for being critical of Romeo and not saying if he's played well. Thought we'd done well, not just defending, but coming forward. And he plays a part in the second goal. Sean Hutchinson, very Jake Cooper-esque, comes flying along, knocks it into Romeo, gets the return, cross a box from Hutchinson. Brilliant ball cross from Hutchinson. And there he is. He's one of our own. Ben Thompson, exactly why he should be in the team, was getting overlooked for a very, very long time, forced his way into Rowett's thinking. And, you know, as I've always said, technically not always amazing. Kicks balls off the pitch, gets caught in possession occasionally, but he does a lot more good than he does bad, trust me. And it's a brilliant finish from Thompson, who must be edging towards that top scorer now, I'm sure. Was that 3 goals he's got? I don't think Jed's got much more than that. So 2-0 was the icing on the cake. Never at any point in the game, other than a late consolation that was disallowed for Birmingham, we was never really troubled. And look, I'm being more accepting now because people were moaning like fuck on the comments in the live stream saying it was not a good performance, that was awful. We've won the game, 2-0, 3 wins in a row. Yes, Birmingham are not a great side, but it's job done. You can't ask any more than that. We go from strength to strength. I think we're up to about 10th in the table. And I said at the start of the season, it's a very poor division this year. We was up there at one point. We tailed off so badly. I didn't think there's any way back. But with a new influx of players coming, Millwall type players and some other players coming back off loan, Danny Mack, extending Zohore's loan and getting Thompson back in the team. Now Mitchell's back from injury as well. Things are definitely looking up. It's a very, very good win in my opinion. We had this home thing hanging over us as well. As I said, 3 wins in a row, 2 wins in a row at home, and I think 7 undefeated. I'll see you tomorrow for a Thursday club. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.